This is incredible. This is incredible. I just want you to know that this has taken, ooh, maybe three different attempts, three different locations. And as I had shared with the person that I had invited to join me today, that I don't always go through this. This is a one, two, three, boom, in and out, and end of story. But not today. Today we are having other issues. So the backdrop that you're looking at is not the original backdrop. This is just because all of a sudden, boom, we're live, whatever that means. Okay. So I'm going to wait a couple of minutes to see if this young lady is still interested in participating in this wonderful event that we're doing here. And I just hope that she is. Yeah, no. So let's see. Boom, 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 boom. I see that I have a lot of you don't have access to this, you don't have access to that. But we're going to go with this anyway. Let me see. And let me explain this also. So I went over to Zoom. Zoom has changed their whole thing to the point where I said, yeah, what's this? Attempted to play with Zoom for a minute. That was no avail. So I said, okay, we're going to have to really get into the AI side of this and all the other things that go with that. So all the ramifications. And then I was over at StreamYard where I usually play. And StreamYard was giving me a hard time. I said, who is this woman? She must be somebody famous, infamous, somebody that, okay, we need to meet you. We need to know who you are. So what we're doing right now is we're waiting to see whether or not she gets through on her link to get to this particular aspect. But I want to definitely say one thing. And that is the fact I am so, so very, very happy that she decided to at least ride the wave. Happy that she decided to at least ride the wave and see what's going on here. But as I said before, the other piece to this that I need to share is that I also changed my browser. So, change the browser. Some things work, some things don't work. So they say. And I think they're absolutely correct. And now we sit here and we're saying, okay, we 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And where did she disappear to? I have no idea. But I do believe one thing. She said that she would participate. So let's see how fast she gets over here. And I feel a music uh, segment coming in here. And if we don't have a music segment coming in here, we need to have a music segment coming in here just about now. But in the meantime, I'm NJ Evans, and this is the evening drive. And I will definitely come back and speak about this because this has definitely been an experience. And I don't know if I want to blame it on, let's see, should I blame it on the fact that I changed the browser? That's a good part. Or should I blame it on the fact that I used to play in areas like YouTube and Zoom when Zoom was simple, really one, two, three, in, out. But now uh, they're doing the AI thing, and there's a whole lot of other little things there. And I'm quite sure it'd be very easy to play with and very easy to access and all those other kind of things. But let's see what happens. And as I said a minute ago, we're still waiting for somebody. And she was getting right on as soon as she could. She has the link. And I'm not getting a phone call. I'm not seeing any messages. So I'm thinking that she probably was able to do something. I don't know. I have no idea. But I tell you what, no matter which way this goes, okay, I got an idea how YouTube plays this. Not a bad idea. It's, let's say, I would say that this is something that I would probably do because YouTube has even changed their format to the point where now it's a little easier than it was previously. And we'll see which way we go from there. So, once again, this is the evening drive home, and I'm NJ Evans. And I'm glad that you took a moment to just stop by, even though you didn't know you were stopping by. But thank you so much for that. And we're going to perfect this because I don't like doing things halfway. I don't like doing things halfway. So we're going to stay here for maybe about another couple of minutes. And if she comes through, she comes through. But I just want to tell you about her. Okay, let's go over there. She has a book that she created, and it's called Ariel's Journey. Let's see. Straight? Not straight. Okay. I don't think she's able to get through because here is our mystery guest. Hold on a second. You are live on my phone. Yes, ma'am.
I'm on YouTube. I'm watching you.
Are you really? Oh, that is so cool. Because I don't see you anywhere on here. Then there's no indicators that are showing me that you're on here, which is really wild. Which is really wild. Put your speaker on. Put yourself on speaker because let me see if we can put your speaker on. Put yourself on speaker because let me see if we can speaker on. Put yourself on speaker because speaker on. Yourself on speaker.
Is that better?
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, that's lovely.
Oh, that's lovely.
Okay, so
That's lovely. Lovely.
can you hear me?
I can hear you on my phone.
Okay, Lauren.
I
Yes.
can hear you on YouTube. Yes.
Okay, then let's do this, Lauren. We're gonna do this interview while we're
Let's do this, Lauren. We're gonna do this interview while we
well, that's actually the feedback that you're getting there.
Well, that's actually the feedback that you're getting there.
Pause for a second.
Well, that's actually the feedback that you're getting there. Pause for a second.
Lauren, are you there, lady?
Yeah.
Talk to me about your book. While I have you, I'm just gonna be quiet and let you talk about your book.
While I have you, I'm just going to be quiet and let you talk about your book. While I have you, I'm just going to be quiet and let you talk about your book. Okay, so. Okay, so my book was inspired through many travels I did as a child. Inspired through and dreams I did as a child. And dreams. I was having constant dreams of traveling again. And so I decided to start putting it on paper.
That's interesting. I'd like to say to Lauren, you're a fabulous lady, even for coming out and playing the game with me. I really do appreciate that. I could hear the feedback as everybody else can. I'm going to bring this to an end, but I am going to also come back and play with. This time, I will see exactly what caused me the challenge outside of changing the browser yesterday. And I don't think that should have impacted in this fashion at all any one of the three that I'm playing with here. But I would like to add something else. As far as her book is concerned, it's like reading poetry. It really, really is. And I found it to be informative too. Like if you envision yourself wanting to go to various countries like Rome, Athens, Istanbul, places like that. She actually has something in here for each one of them that makes you feel good. Especially like, let's see, she's talking about Rome here, but she also says a historian by the name of Marco traced a stone with his fingers. Rome, he says, never ends. It continues. I want you to know that the book actually had me stop and just really pay attention, because everybody can't write a meditation. Everybody can't write something on this. Everybody can't write something on this particular level, in my opinion. And she's done a really good job with this. So she celebrated some truths, and she talks about Spain, and she says it releases heals. In Germany, joy multiples when shared. But I liked Ireland because it reminded me of some people that I know. Music remembers us. And Austria, sound can be sacred. She was really capturing some places here. And if this all participated when she was a child, and I believe this is what she's saying, started there and then came forward. I think she did a very good job. Personally, I do. I think it's worth the time and the investment. So let me tell you a little bit about Lauren Brown. She is a hiker and a walker. And I'm reading this off of the back of her book. Okay. I know her, but I just recently met her, you could say. And I feel in my gut that she has more than the potential of a bestseller. But that depends on you, all right? It depends on you guys, because we can all talk and say, oh, this is great. But it depends on whether or not you're going to match that with your comments, match that with your reviews, match that with also the fact that you have different ways of increasing. For example, if she's on Amazon, then what you would do is you would go to Amazon and fill in your review. And it depends on the amount of people that go there as to how the book is really playing or meeting with the population. And from there, she can go on and go forward. One of the other things that I liked about her is she's a public speaker. And she's dealing with women's health and domestic violence awareness. And that's something that is happening and probably will increase, especially during this particular era of time. So I wanted you to really meet with her, and I would like to invite her to come back when we perfected all of this craziness here, because this is definitely crazy. And I think I will invite her back and just say to her, oh, come on, mea culpa, mea. I think I will invite her back and just say to her, oh, come on, mea culpa, mea maxima culpa. If you're Roman Catholic, you know what that means. All right. And see if she'll return and come back to this particular point in time to share about her book. Another thing that I wanted you to know about her, she's a resident of Phoenix, Arizona, but she wasn't originally born in Phoenix, Arizona. So she has this whole desert to play with for places that have that type of vision. So what is it that's on your mind? What is it that's on your mind that you think that you want to talk about? And as I said a minute ago, this young lady, she really deserves another chance. So I'm going to give her another chance, offer her another chance, and this time do it in a much better way, especially since I know how to do it better. So if you have an opportunity, please look for the book. I would start with Amazon. And I would invest the time and invest the money to read about the various places that she's journeyed in her meditation and otherwise. As far as today is concerned, this has been one heck of an experience. I probably am thankful that I can live this down, because this isn't as bad as some of the others I've experienced, but it still is rather interesting. And it also lets me know how much technology has really changed. So without any further ado, I'm MJ Evans, and this is the evening drive home. And I thank you so much for your moment in time, for your ability to sit still and to say, what the heck happened here? And I'm joining you on that question mark. So now let me begin my whole thing and reach out to the different creators at YouTube and find out, well, what happened, guys? What is it that I missed here? As well as StreamYard and as well as Zoom. You have yourself a wonderful day. Create the reality that you really do desire, not one that you don't. So what I mean by that is if you have a thought on your mind and you think that that particular thought is a very negative thought, don't share it. Don't give it to anyone else. But if you can see the abilities and the roses and the beauty of what is whatever you experience, that you can extrapolate that from it and turn it into a beautiful project or it's a beautiful piece of knowledge for somebody else who might be coming down that same lane and probably didn't even know that there was an option. So I say to you, our responsibility right now is to create realities, and we can do it. And we don't have to create negative realities, we can create beautiful realities. And that's not just being um, superficial, that is being definitely accurate. So, without any further ado, remember thoughts are things. Remember to create the kinds of things that you really want. And words last, they go somewhere else. Take good care of yourself, and I'll talk to you again soon. I think I'm going to do this again, you know? I feel I do. Anyway, talk with you soon. This is NJ Evans. Ciao.